DeFi top signal. It's been like 3 weeks, but Dynamo DeFi, Patrick, whatever you want to call him, same junk, different day. He's out on vacation, guys. He's touching grass. He's doing what you should be doing. Abs, what's up, man?
What's up, guys? What's going on? It's been pretty amazing. I mean, the last 3 weeks we wanted to cover the ETH ETF, approval. We wanted to talk about a lot of things between that. So there's a lot of things going on, right? And, like even AI, if you talk about that. So I think first things first. Your interpretation of the last minute that the ETF for ETH was approved, like that came out of nowhere. Everyone thought it was like a 10% chance, and then all of a sudden the next day it was like a 75% chance, and then all of a sudden it was approved. It all happened in like a week.
Dude, it is pretty nuts. Speaking of AI, though, have you seen NVIDIA?
Oh yeah.
Bro, that thing is nuts. Do you have NVIDIA?
No,
Dude.
I'm only in crypto.
Dude, NVIDIA actually is performing better than crypto, depending on which crypto you invested in. But
Right.
like over time, I would say in this like 1 year, 2 year time span, NVIDIA actually outperformed Bitcoin. It's pretty crazy. But
Yeah.
dude, but going back to the crypto side, a lot of people are thinking ordinals are dead. They're actually getting some life again. In general, I think it has to do with the political coins that are coming out. I want to show you some tickers. This is a newer one. This one just minted out like 2 or 3 days ago. This thing is still like it's a 4 mil cap. This is MAGA, the Donald Trump. This is probably the only good competitor to the Donald Trump, just based on the holder base. So
Yeah.
Trump. Let me show you the holders. So you got MAGA, the Donald Trump, and then you have the Donald Trump. I'm going to go to OKX, and then you'll be able to see the holder base here. Dogs Go to the Moon is literally on the moon, bro. if you held your
No, I didn't hold it. Of course not.
you didn't hold your runestone?
No, my runestone I have. I didn't. I dropped this because I was kind of fading it, but it hurts.
Bro, it's literally like almost a $10,000 airdrop. It is nuts. I did sell some too, but I sold way too early. I sold at 4 sats or like 4.5.
Four
I'm
sats,
just,
right? Yeah.
I still have some, but I mean, I'm looking at it. I'm like, bro, but it's probably top signal now. I mean, we're talking about it, so of course it's top signal. But if you go to the Trump tokens, there are actually only 2 of them that are somewhat contenders. You have the Donald Trump, which has 2,200 holders, and then this one is actually starting to eat into Donald Trump's lunch, just based on the holder base. It has 4,000 holders. It's not as old, but it has really good volume right now. And if you compare the market caps, 4 mil to 14 mil, I think this is kind of a no-brainer trade. If you compare this like 4 mil, 14 mil, Donald Trump on Solana is over 100 mil. And then you have MAGA on ETH. You got a bunch of them. Let me show you MAGA on ETH. MAGA on ETH. This one, Polly was talking about it. This thing is 176 or 179 mil.
Wow.
Then you have the other MAGA, MAGA, which is just simply Donald Trump. Where is it? Oh, you even have this one too. Oh no, this is the sole one. Yeah, they had a bunch of them come out. MAGA. Oh, it's Make America Great Again. Here it is. Yeah, this one's almost $1 billion.
Wow.
I just think the Bitcoin ones are just a no-brainer. But hey,
Yeah.
maybe DJs don't like Bitcoin. Whatever. But
Well,
what are you seeing on Ordinal Lane?
well, I mean, I wanted to kind of extrapolate on what you're saying here with this. Is that if you go back to your the rune right there, yeah, so the MAGA, the Donald Trump, that one was minted out yesterday around, I'd say around 4:30 p.m. Eastern.
2 days ago.
What's that?
2 days ago.
Was it 2 days ago? It was out. It was
Yeah.
minted out yesterday, I believe.
Yeah, let me show you.
There's a chance for people to mint yesterday.
520 2 days ago.
Okay, so
Same. It doesn't matter. Like you're right. It just minted out.
it just minted out, and man, I heard about this like at the 10th hour, and I was so here's the issue with BTC, and I kind of want to rant a little bit here. This was sitting at 90%, right? It was almost minted out, and then there was a block that was like pending, right, for people who bought already. And I was like, okay, I need to get at least $1,000 worth of this. So I I
A
bridged over the.
$1,000? How many mints did you do?
No. I wanted to buy $1,000 worth of this to mint.
Oh, okay, okay,
So whatever that token amount was, I think it was around like 250 tokens.
okay.
Um, so as I was doing that, I waited for like 35 to 40 minutes. I'm like, well, it's already sitting at 99%. So I'm sitting there waiting for the mempool to just kind of, crunch out all of these transactions, and then it just never happened. And I received my BTC in my wallet
Oh,
finally.
you did you confirm the transaction on Magic Eden?
No, no, I couldn't even. My money wasn't even landed in my wallet yet.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say if you confirmed the trend. Oh, I see what you're saying. You didn't have money. Yeah, that's always a testament as a reminder. Always keep liquidity in your Bitcoin wallet. But something that happened to me is I remember buying one of the tickers, and I thought I had secured it. I was like, yes, I got it. I think it was like pups or whatever.
Yeah,
This was before I have some pups, but I was
right,
getting
right.
some more. This was when Ansem, right as soon as he was calling it, and my buy went through, but someone front ran me in the mempool and they took my buy. So like if you get a refund of your Bitcoin back, but they take your tokens. So like it doesn't cost you anything but the cost of gas. But if you're unfamiliar, people will front run you.
Man, my issue was that I was waiting. I think it landed after an hour and a half. So I sent BTC from Coinbase to my wallet, and an hour and a half later, and obviously it was already minted out. So I mean, I think that was my issue that I wasn't my eyes weren't open with this one. But man, like this was an opportunity. I think you're right. Looking at the holder base, this thing is gonna do multiples.
Yeah, I grabbed some last night. I don't have a lot of liquidity to grab enough. I have it all locked up in like runes and all kinds of garbage. I
Yeah,
ended up
so what I ended up doing was that I had that money over finally sent, and I was like, you know what, like, do I want to buy this MAGA like kind of secondary? I could, but I ended up just buying another runestone. And what happened to those? Like now they're sitting above 1,000. Like that's a good feeling.
runestones are, oh yeah, they're 0.12 Bitcoin or 0.012. Oh wow, they're 0.015. I think
Yeah, yeah.
why
Go to
they're
USD. Go to
I
go to
think
the
this is
USD.
yeah, I see it. 0.015. It's like 1,100
Yeah,
bucks.
click on the USD on the right, top right there.
Oh, dude, I don't do no USD. Forget that check. But this is probably what's helping it is a diamond boost.
Yeah, so I ended up
Um,
buying a runestone, an extra one, and I also kind of was just speculating. I had a couple $100 afterwards, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to look down. So I kept on scrolling, and I looked at Bit Dogs. They looked awesome.
I just saw that. What is BitDogs?
I
I
don't know.
I
It was,
literally
it
just
was a
saw
fun
BitDogs just randomly scrolling.
right there.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's why I saw it.
Yeah, it's a fun collection.
I don't know.
Look like
It depends who's behind them.
yeah. How about this? Since you're like you've been in the space for quite some time, and you kind of know what to look for. Can you do like an analysis on Bit Dogs really quick to see what your thoughts are?
The BitDogs, it's really going to you can't really look at the front of these things. You almost have to be in their group and you have to see what the response is and see what they're doing and see how the community is. You have to get a vibe for the community. It's no longer like, oh, this is a nice image, this is a nice JPEG.
What
Like
about
this
what
is
about Twitter?
cool.
If you look at Twitter really quick.
Yeah, let's check out Twitter. Because a lot of times what these collections do is they'll launch a collection and then they'll just rotate into the next. I think at this level, just based on how everything is just destroyed right now, it's almost better just to buy some of the OG collections that are on a lower price. Like this is it says August 23rd or 2023. So either they've been working on this for a year or they just bought this account from someone. But
I did remember though I'm not sure if you received it, but they are behind the Lobo.
oh, they're behind Lobo Wolf Pups?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, if they're behind the Lobo Wolf Pup room, that's actually pretty good because the Lobo Wolf Pup rune, let me show you this. It's like
I
number
sold that at
nine.
around $250. I found that
Oh
random.
no, it's rune number 9. Yeah, Lobo Wolf Pups. I thought it was a good buy around 3.5 sats. It ended up nuking to like 1, but
Well,
I
what's
think this one is a pretty good buy.
what's it at
Uh,
now?
it's like 2.5.
Well, so what is that in USD value? Because I'm kind of I'm kind of the opposite right now. Where you look at that Sats, what's that USD value?
It's less than a penny, so it's better to look at it in Sats. I think like 4 Sats, it'll be 1 penny.
Can you go to Lobo? Just kind of click on it.
Yeah, it's right here.
So
The market cap, yeah, so it's almost, see, it's 0.002 cents.
got it. Okay.
But the market cap is $36 million, but it's the 9th rune. So if you compare it to the other runes, like the 8th rune here, this one is a 220 mil market cap. Third is 782. This is number 1. This is a 2.5 billion. Decentralized is 50 million.
And decentralized, do you think decentralized is a good one to pick up?
Decentralized being the number 2 rune. I mean, at 50 mil market cap, I mean, I think that's a pretty good trade. Obviously, you want to look into the holders. So we need to take everything into consideration. So let's go to OKX. It's a little bit better for looking at all this junk. So if we go to the market cap, this one is actually the first rune, but this is 2.27 billion. They have a really good holder base, 22,000. But this one has like a 99% pre-mine, so it's a bit sus. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they're going to burn some of the tokens. Who knows?
So it's a good thing to maybe pick up Arsic Genesis runes then.
Arsic is a good one, but it's 238 mil. So, I mean, Arsic is a good one just in general. They have a good team behind them, and they also partnered with Meme Land. So they got some people behind them. I think eventually they're going to get a Binance listing. I think what we're seeing with Dog, why it's kind of going to the moon, is there's probably going to be a Binance listing for that. Yeah, like, so if you look at the holder base, like Lobo Wolf Pup, it has a 63,000 holder base at a 35 mil cap, and it's the number 9 rune. Like, just looking at it based on that, it's like it's kind of a good deal. Just based on the rune number and the holder base is what I'm basing it on.
Yeah. Can you confirm? Do you know anything about? So Prometheans is the decentralized rune,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yep.
are they confirmed? Because I know that Runestone is confirmed. There's 2 more airdrops coming by end of the year. Have Prometheans confirmed the same, or is there another one coming for that? Is it worth picking up our Prometheans at this point? Because it's fairly cheap. It's at 557.
I'm not following them closely.
Got it. Okay.
What are the Prometheans worth right now?
Uh,
0.0082. Yeah, these things used to be like a tenth of a Bitcoin.
yeah, and they
nuked
actually
after
have
the
a really
airdrop.
small supply. It's like 21,000 if you compare it to like Runestones. Runestone's like 112K.
Yeah, my chart's glitching out with the pants. Yeah, I can't see it, but I remember these things used to be like 0.1 Bitcoin.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
Maybe I can see it on this activity.
No, so I was wrong. BitDog is, if you look at their Twitter, it goes, BitDogs are 10K ordinals PFP collection digging for the bones of BitDog on Runes Protocol.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not in their community. I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm bearish on these guys. I
took a shot.
I don't know enough to say. Like,
Yeah.
if I was to pick one, a collection to go with, like just a spec play, Runestone, obviously a good one at these levels with those 2 airdrops. Frux, what is this? A wizard, a pup. If you have the liquidity for it, these 2 are going to be good. Bitcoin
Right.
frogs, I think these are going to be good. The BTC machines, a quantum cat. Pizza ninjas are cool, but I think they're a bit pricey still. Bitmap as like a OG when Metaverse comes into play. That's going to depend on the Metaverse. You can also get some little pups on the cheap. These are pretty good puppets derivative. So if puppets end up taking off, like, these will probably grab a couple of X's. But gas fees are high, and if you have the liquidity, it's just better to grab a pups. The honey badgers, these guys actually have a pretty cool community. So if you're looking for a 10K collection, they're a pretty cool 10K. The Doge Punks, these are OG. They've been around for a bit. But hey, I don't think they will go to 0, but I don't see them doing like hundreds of X's. They're cool. Same thing with the Tiny Vikings. I don't see these doing hundreds of X's, but They have a OG community.
Yeah, I have one of those.
There's one other one, and I'm not seeing it. I like the viruses. Those guys are cool. Goosenals. Here it is. Goosenals, I think these guys are going to be a strong one. So if I had to pick a 10K PFP collection at this price now, and I didn't have a lot of liquidity, I would stick with a Goosenal. However, if I had a little more liquidity, like let's say sub zero point 0.1 Bitcoin, I would go with a Frog. Those are the two 10Ks I'm looking at. I have both, but just if you were looking to jump into one, I think those are the best. But if you have infinite liquidity, the ones that I think are your safest bets are going to be the cats and the wizards. And then degen slash, and node monks. And then degen slash semi safe is going to be your puppets. These guys are kind of like the redheaded stepchild. They're cool, but when they're not cool, they're going to get roasted. So, but me personally, I like the BRC20s better. It just in general as a trade because you can sell fractions of it, and BRC20 and runes.
Yeah, it certainly feels that way when it comes to that rotation, right? Everyone's talking about potential AI this summer, ETH, everything ETH beta plays and all that is going to happen because of the ETH approval. But all that stuff takes time.
JJ,
so, what's that? JJ,
ETH beta. JJ, say hello to JJ.
What is that?
Dude, they're meme coins. Sorry, I got distracted.
Yeah, I think the conviction is that I had to pick up another runestone just because I know that. Do you know the fluctuation when it comes to runestone with the dog meme, right? When the snapshot happened and their confirmed airdrop from holding a runestone to get dog, it was trading around $3,000 to $4,000, right? And then you received that dog airdrop, and that was around $3,000. So, is there a correlation between that at all?
Yeah, there's definitely a correlation. So as long as dog is performing and doing pretty well, it's going to be reflexive for runestone because people are like, oh wow, this one did so well and there's 2 more airdrops and maybe it will do something.
Yeah.
However, it's think of it like a levered play or a 2x levered stock. And so holding them over time, it will degrade. However, when dog go to the moon or whatever, it goes up, the runestone will go up that much more. I don't know if you played leveraged stocks before, like AGQ on silver. It's a 2x levered stock.
Yeah.
So basically, if silver goes up 10%, it will go up 20%.
Yeah.
However, if it goes down, then you also go down 20%. But over time, the leveraged stocks actually trend down because the leverage eats away at it. It's the same concept with runestone, where it will go up in a short spurt, but over time, you would have just been better off holding dog. So they're good trading options to trade in and out of the runestone between dog if that's something that you're wanting to play. But runestone should be okay. It's Leonidas's little baby. But once they have the airdrops, the thing's useless. Well, not useless. It could actually be used for future snapshots for other projects and stuff.
And also, I kind of went deep when it came to I was just clicking on some random some protocols, and Naka chain. If you hold dog and you kind of transfer your dog over there, it can earn yield for you. So like we're kind of entering that weird phase of maybe these memes are becoming somewhat some utility behind them. It's kind of interesting. When I saw that, there was like some massive like APRs that they're dishing out, and that was surprising to me because obviously all this stuff are memes, and so if they can earn some yield on it, like, and then Binance picks them up, that is going to be pretty massive.
Yeah, I do think Binance is going to start picking up some runes. Like that is a lot of volume on dog. Like,
yeah, you can't ignore it.
There's someone messing with this junk. That's a lot of volume for Bitcoin at least. Just on OKX alone, it's 3.5 mil. If you go on Magic Eden, it's like another $6 million. So I mean, just in total for a rune, it's a lot of volume. So I wonder if we can filter this based on Yeah, let's go to the 30 days. In the past 30 days, hasn't done a ton of volume, but recently there's been a lot of volume. So basically the past 2 days, it's been 17 mil of volume on Magic Eden. And where's the other one? On Dog Go to the Moon.
Can you just look at something like CoinGecko or something kind of simple as that?
No, because I mean, you can look on Best in Slot. So, and then if you look on,
All right, so let's test the theory real quick. I mean, it says the 24-hour of trading volume uh, for dog it was 102 million.
102 million.
Yeah, 24-hour trading volume.
Oh, I forgot it's on exchanges too. Yeah, CoinGecko is probably the place for it. Yeah, yeah, because just across the board, just looking on some of the dexes, you got 10 million volume on Dog Go to the Moon, on OKX. You probably got
Yeah,
like 20 on Unisat, and you probably got another 7 or 8 on Magic Eden, and then Ordinal's wallet probably has some. So
yeah.
there's
You got Gate.io basically having the percent volume. They own 86% of that. So
yeah, because people don't like that. Goes to show you, like people just don't like to use Bitcoin and runes. They just like to use the easy stuff, which is go on an exchange and
yeah, it's
just
almost 90 million in volume. They're just Gate.io itself.
and that's what I'm waiting on Doginals. Someone to list a Doginals, a big exchange to list them. But that's why everyone plays these meme coins. Like I still think ETH beta is the play. I mean, speaking of ETH beta, bro, did you see Turbo?
Yeah, I heard, yeah.
Dude, I was watching this at like 20, 30 mil cap. This thing mooned. Like massive moon. It
Yeah.
did. Nah, it went more than that. More than 600%. Way more. It was like nuts and ham, bro.
It's
Yeah,
insane.
I just a lot of these OG ETH coins. I think these are still a good trade. Like this, KKK, SPX. I like these. Remember we were talking about SPX.
Yes.
It's back.
It's all yeah, man. I've been
It
seeing
came
that.
back.
I'm like Drake is literally just calling it right now.
It is back, dude. SPX is like this thing's rugged like 10 different times. It's had like 10 different CTOs. But it's mainly because of this. I think once this picks up, it's time to get out of like ETH memes. Right now, I think it's ETH memes are just a simple trade. Your bet on this is buying the OG ETH meme coins and then some of the newer ones too, and then just waiting for this to get like 100 Gwei. Once it gets like 100 Gwei, sell everything. Just
What website is this again?
huh?
What website is that again?
That's TX Street. You remember Bob?
Yes.
I love Bob. Bob mooned. Do you remember this reply bot?
Yeah.
Were you around in meme coin summer in 2023? Like playing with meme coins?
I wasn't playing with them. I was aware of them.
Which ones do you remember? I know we talked about SPX because we played that and you guys were just laughing at me and I was laughing at myself. I was like, hurry.
I don't know. Every time I touch a meme, it's always going to zero. Every time.
Yeah.
I think my mind would change if I bought into a meme and it went maybe like a 10x. I think then I would get that froth in my mouth. I'm like, I want more. I need that dopamine hit. But if for some reason, it's just that every time I'm picking losers when it comes to memes.
Yeah, memes are hard, dude. I look back and I was like, man, I spent so much on this garbage. But some of them do pay off. Like APU, for example, did really well for me.
I can't. You talked about that friend pet. Remember, like you said that you came
Dude,
back with like.
that was nuts. Like,
Didn't it
I mean,
continue
by
running?
looking back, I shouldn't have sold. like,
Didn't it continue
I
running?
sold at $1.50 or something. And the thing is like $5 now. It's nuts. It actually went at its peak like $10.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh!
Look at this, bro. I sold here. Wait, I sold here. I was a genius, right? Oh man. But like this just goes to show you like the meme coin thesis. Let me see if I can. I don't remember what my wallet was. What was my wallet on this? Let me see. I'll try to pull this up. Give me a second. No, not that one. I got so wrecked on it. I thought I was doing good, but I obviously did not. Yeah, I don't even remember what my wallet was on this. I know you had to have some good trades.
Me, yeah. I mean, it's been pretty brutal to say the least in terms of just kind of like the sentiment of holding legit projects versus holding memes. I am still on that fence where I can't hold it. I'm
You
not.
did. I thought you did really good on Ondo or something. Yeah. Oh, here's dude. This is just absolute wreckage. All right, I'm gonna show this and then I'll zoom out and I'll let you see it. This is terrible. You don't even see my buy and sells on this chart. It was so bad.
Wow.
Look how bad this is. I got roasted, dude.
Wow.
Roasted. I should have just waited. Look, this is a reminder to keep a moon bag. Guys, I sold everything and I got roasted.
No, you didn't, dude.
No,
You didn't get
okay,
roasted.
like this is just a testament of why you hold a moon bag, guys. This is
Let's.
an exact example.
Can we
Hold
can we
a moon
play
bag.
can we play a game?
What's the game?
What was
Go
your
for it.
buy? How many tokens? And what would have been at like $10?
So I bought in. It was 5 cents, and I bought 7,800 friend pet. So or actually like 7,900. So 7,800 friend pet
Oh,
times if I held to its peak times 16. That would be a $300 buy into or $400 into 125K.
oh my gosh.
Or if I simply just held like 10% of it. So let's just say I held 1,000 of it, and then I just held it to its peak. That would be 1,500 or $15,000. Like that's the whole point of a moon bag. Like if I just held 10%, all the profit that I made, if I sold that 10% at the top or close to the top, I would have made all the profit I made selling 90% of the tokens at where I sold them. This is just an example of why you keep a moon bag. I'm just telling you, keep a moon bag. It's trust me
That's
when I say this.
insane.
But hey, I sold too early.
Well, I
Whatever.
mean, I kind of did the same thing as you, man. I mean, you bought at 5 cents for this project, and it went up to that much. This actually, thanks Drake for calling this out because you actually make me feel better for my mishap. I bought,
I
I
don't know
bought.
what's worse. Is it worse to just watch it ride up and ride down or miss out on the opportunity cost?
I think it's opportunity cost.
Yeah,
Well,
because I faded whiff at 100K. Or no, it was 1 mil. No, when it was 4 cents. So whatever 4 cents was, dog whiff.
wow.
And I saw this and I was like, this is done. And it ended up doing like nuts and ham. It's just basically just an example of why you should just throw a little bit at some of these things, especially if you see it getting some momentum. And if it reaches escape velocity, I mean, bro, you will thank yourself you had some. So two lessons for me at least is holding a moon bag. And the second is grab just a little. Like just a little. I had the opportunity to buy it here and it's now
So,
up here.
so I can also do a game here too. Let's just say this. Can you look up some Solana memes right now that are brand new, maybe sub 5 mil? I will toss a soul at it and see what happens.
I like this one. This is a 6 mil cap. This one's on a nice retrace. These guys
Mini?
are a shill army. Yeah, mini gang. These guys are good. I like these guys. But this is like a rug or zero play. Speed. This one is not sub 5 mil, but I'm looking for an entry around 0.1. I faded this early on. I was just like, whatever. Again, like it's a reminder.
Go to
Do not
dailies.
fade a good meme. I just want to show you the good meme on yeah, you were seeing speed. I just want to show you why this is a good meme. It's just hilarious. It's a dog that runs really fast. So check this out. 0-1. There it is. It's a good meme. Like you scroll through their other memes, so dumb. Look at this. It's just if you scroll through their memes and see what they're drawing, like Here. I mean, I don't even know what this is. God, it's so dumb. You got little dog just going to ham. Like, if it makes you laugh like this, there's something to it. I mean, I think it's at least worth, what is it now? 14 mil cap. I mean, bro, like, obviously there's a little more to it than the meme. Like, you want to make sure it's not a centralized holder base. So I want to show you guys the bubble maps too. This is also what I take into consideration. Bubble maps is a really good tool to use when you're looking at memes. When I do some meme streams, I kind of try to walk people through and let people see this stuff. This isn't going to be like your one all be all, but this is going to be something that will at least allow you to avoid 90% of the rugs. You're still going to get rugged, like absolutely roasted a couple of times. But again, when you look at the gains, the winners will pay for the losers. So your goal is to eliminate as many rugs and zero tokens as you can, and then distribute accordingly. So like this is an okay distribution. Now let me show you what a terrible distribution looks like. No shame on these guys, but I saw their token and they were shilling it, and I was like, you gotta work on your holder distribution, bro. It's pretty bad. This is what a sus holder distribution looks like. You see this?
Wow.
Be careful with this. You're about to get dumped on. Like, this one wallet, I don't even know what it is, owns like all this supply. This whole cluster owns almost 30%. It's the Chuck deployer, the guy deploying it. Unless they're using the tokens for marketing or whatever. These are just things that you want to be aware of. Maybe they're using it for marketing. I don't know. This is just something you want to do more due diligence on. I'm just giving you guys this as an example of, like, watch out for this. This doesn't mean it's terrible. It just means that one or two dudes control a massive amount of the supply. And if they want to sell, then you're going to get roasted. Whereas if hundreds of people own the token and 10 people want to sell, they could sell without nuking the chart. That's all I'm saying.
Mini's pretty funny.
Dude, Mini is hilarious. I would wait for a better entry, though. The thing's just been mooning. So wait for a good entry. This one has been just in an absolute shop. It's Stanley Cup. You know, I've talked about this one a couple times.
Yeah.
This one has just been bleeding. I think this one eventually will catch a bid. There's just been a guy who's a whale, like I told you about the holder bases, who's just been bleeding the chart and nuking it. He's almost out, but eventually. You also got Gomu the Gator. This one is a cool meme, but this one is a newer token, so I would be careful with this one, because especially being it's a lower market cap, but I feel like it can do something. Shoe, this one is funny. Like, all right, let me show you the Twitter, and then tell me what you think. It's a pretty good meme.
Laughing shoe?
Yeah. All right, just look at it. What do you see?
Wow. That's actually hilarious.
I know, it's a shoe and it looks like it's actually laughing. It's a dumb, like, it's a really dumb meme. Like, they're really dumb. But I mean, maybe it can do something. Probably would be good to look at the holder base on something like this. But when you're like, when I talk about these memes, you do not want to, like, let's say you're dealing with a $100,000 portfolio. Like, if you look at the bubble maps isn't terrible. There are a couple of whales. These are the big circles, but at least they aren't connected to each other. But the biggest thing is, when you're playing with these memes, if you're dealing with $100,000, you don't want to invest more than like $5,000 into these memes, is all I'm saying. So you want to have a big percentage of your port into blue chip plays and solid plays. That way you can ride out if these things go to zero, because these will go to zero eventually.
And last thing I want to bring up really quick is that, can we switch gears to Fantasy Top?
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on the current state of everything with Fantasy Top?
How's Fantasy Top doing? Getting roasted?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably reached its peak. Might get another leg up. What's it look like? It's memes and majors right now, man. Period. I think this one is one of those plays that will catch another bid again, but once the shiny object becomes a little bit dull, people move on to the next.
I honestly love the idea of it. I mean,
It's too
maybe
easy to be
maybe
gamed.
what's that?
It's too easy to be gamed. It's cool, but it's easy to be gamed. You can send bots onto accounts and um, manipulate it.
Yeah, everyone just wanted to just sell. Everyone's just panic selling.
That's what
Um,
everyone like. Here, this is another meme, for example. People just rotate from meme to meme. Like they'll run them up and then they'll send them to zero. Not send them to zero, but they'll take them down. Like this is another one that I have pretty high conviction on. I think will do well, but you can see here they're even hitting some of the blue chip memes. I think OK Egg is going to be a strong meme just based on the volume, liquidity, and the chain that it's on. But this is just an example of what you're seeing with these memes is people will run these things up and then they will just rotate to the next one. It's all just a liquidity game. Suck
yeah,
the liquidity, move on to the next.
yeah.
I know you remember this one. Remember Michi?
No,
I thought you knew about Michi. Did you miss the whole run up on this thing? Like
man.
talking about it? Yeah, I guess we did. It's been 3 weeks. Yeah, we missed up. So Michi is one of those tokens Ansem is calling the next whiff or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it. Who knows? Maybe it ran its cycle. Maybe it'll take another leg. I hold some Michi just in case. It's got pretty good liquidity to volume ratio, but it's just one of those things to keep in mind. It's
That holder
people are just
base
going to
is still
rotate.
high.
Holder base is good, but keep in mind, take this with a grain of salt. The holder bases on Solana, they can be fabricated pretty easily. The gas fees are dirt cheap. Whereas on Bitcoin and ETH, it's a little more expensive to just airdrop a bunch of people. So that's a little more real. Whereas the stuff on base, on Solana, just take the holder base with a grain of salt. Some people just hold like one token because one wallet distributed millions of tokens to a bunch of wallets
Yeah,
type of thing.
yeah. This is awesome, man. This is great.
So what else are you looking at in the market besides runes and ordinals?
Um, runes and ordinals. I mean, it's that. I think that's the current rotation at this point. I mean, I'm kind of thinking about looking into two different newer ecosystems. Not newer, but it's near. Because they just announced that they're going to be going full AI, which is actually very interesting. I'm kind of curious on how that'll work out. But the price reaction for that is pretty nice, or has been pretty nice. The next one is Arweave. So there was a recent announcement today that if you hold Arweave, I don't know when the snapshot is, which I think this is probably a good time to bring this up, but there's if you hold Arweave, there's a new token that is going to spawn from it, and it's going to be 100% fair launch, and it's going to be airdropped to the AR Arweave holders. I don't know where. There needs to be more information about this, but there's a quick like snapshot that I saw on Telegram. It's probably on Twitter too, but keep an eye out for Arweave. Some of their airdrop. If you just hold their token, it's going to be potentially lucrative if you and then you get the airdrop for AO. So
AO?
AO
A
is the
new
new token.
token? What the pants is this? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, what is this? Crypto. You see this name?
Yeah.
They ran this thing up. Okay. So Arweave, I was trying to pull up what is the price of that thing? Is
It's
you
high.
think
It's in the 40s.
it's or market cap? I think is a better word. Would you? I think Solana might be a better play than Arweave.
Here it is. Um,
Yeah, it's 2.8 bill. Could
so
be a good play.
I could probably take the wheel here, and then after that, we're probably going to call it.
All right, that works.
But yeah, let me share my screen
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
here. So
All right, you're
this
on.
is very interesting. This was the announcement I saw this morning. So AO is going to be the new token. Will have its own token, right? This is spawned off of our Weave ecosystem. Existing models are broken. Blah blah blah. Here's a new approach. AO will be 100% fair launch, zero pre-mine, pre-sales, so preferential access. This is great stuff. Like I love seeing this because it's going to be fully organic. There's not going to be like funny money in here dirty VCs. Every single token would be minted by bridging to AO, so holding AR or building. So 21 million is going to be the supply for your having. So this is I mean reading this,
So it's
I'm
proof of work.
what's that?
Proof of work.
It seems like that. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Cool.
Tokenomics Genesis event is June the 13th. So there is time. There's less than 2 weeks right now for you to maybe just pick up some Arweave. I do need some more information about what to do. Like, where are you holding this? Like, are you holding it on ETH? Like, where is it? Like, where's a snapshot?
Well, if they're doing proof of work, it's probably its own chain. That's what I assume.
Yeah. So it might be best to just to kind of hold, grab some money and scrounge up some money and get these AO tokens. This is actually I'm going to do a little bit more deeper dive on this, um, but this is pretty good. I don't like having VCs and the FDV being super high at all. 100% fair launch, zero pre-mine and zero pre-sales. Like that's huge. So I can't imagine this is a 4-year having for 21 million. So I can't imagine that the price for this is going to be low. So
Yeah, I think the tokens that don't have the huge float above them are going to do pretty well. Like
yeah,
right now, it's a liquidity crunch, so that's also why memes are doing extremely well. The celebrities don't help much either because
no,
as those celebrities launch
so
the
bad.
tokens or whatever, they just take the money and then they cash it out. Whereas with the other stuff, people dump and cash out and PvP,
Here,
not cash out, but they dump and PvP on each other,
yeah.
but they put it back into the ecosystem at least.
Look,
So
look
it's
at this.
like,
In
okay,
the light of Caitlyn Jenner and her new coin, you have that was over the last weekend. You had Iggy Azalea basically doing that thing and doing the mother token, and you have all of these. So what do you take this? You do all these celebrity
Steve
tokens.
Harvey launched a coin.
It looks like it, right? Like this is crazy. You got Snoop Dogg, you got Steve Harvey, DJ Khaled, Soldier Boy. I think he's doing another one. I heard. Kim Kardashian. Um, Kevin Hart, which is funny because he's one of the biggest stars out there.
Did Kevin Hart really launch a meme? I don't
Yeah,
think he actually launched a meme.
Confessions is currently dead. He didn't rug though, so if it's dead, it's dead. But yeah, add Caitlyn Jenner into this, and also add now Iggy Azalea. So look at this current state, everything here. Look at the ROI, negative 100%. Rugged.
Because there's
So
no reason to hold him.
no, never hold it. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got. But yeah, it's been a 3-week hiatus, guys. We, maybe we can do some earlier time frames, but yeah, summertime's coming up. People are going to be touching grass. Accumulate whatever you want to do, and enjoy that pool, enjoy the weather. Don't think about crypto. Don't get too stressed out. But best know that Q4 of that halvening year is going to be always. It's always been massive.
I
So
mean, we're going into a presidential election year too, so it's going to be pretty big. I think the biggest things to remember is one, you can touch grass, but two, don't touch grass too long. Make sure you at least hold some long exposure. This is one of those markets you don't want to get chopped up in. That's kind of something I'm always adamant about. Is there's news here and there, negative, and people will be like, we're gonna die, we're going to zero. What helped me is just take a long-term approach and don't get chopped up. Have a thesis, stick to the thesis, and if you want to trade, just do that with a small percentage of the portfolio, and then the rest of it just have long-term positions. I mean, that's why you're here.
yeah.
If you're here just to trade, I mean, you're in the wrong industry. You're in an industry where the upside is just in your favor.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we made the most. I mean, for me, my experience, I made the most just sitting on my hands, sitting on my bags, and just okay, it's time to sell. I think so. Yeah, so I sold, and you just make a chunk without being stressed out day in day out. I saw some of these like these influencers talking about, oh yeah, I'm taking my touch and grass moment now over the summer. It's gonna be great vacations, but then come September, best to know that I'm only going to be sleeping 1 to 3 hours. There's money to be made. Yeah, I get the adrenaline rush and I get the dopamine rush, but at what cost, right? Like, just get rid of the noise. Just buy, hold, and sell at the top, wherever near you think it is, and we're happy with your profits. And that's it.
Yeah, I think the best thing to do is when nobody is around and nobody is accumulating, that's the time to pick up some of these coins.
Summertime.
And then,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's happening.
and then in the bull, you just chill and then sell whenever you want.
Exactly.
Really, it is. These things
All right.
cook.
Awesome. Great to link
Let's
up.
hit you guys with wisdom one-liner time, man. And we'll be back next week. I think Pat is going to be back in town, but probably set for 19.
You're number 4.
Huh?
You're number 4.
4. What's 4? All right. Wealth attracts many friends, but even the closest friend of the poor deserts them. Guys, don't be poor. Don't be poor.
Well put.
I do. Okay, before we end, do you know what this thing is? I keep seeing this trending. Marv.
Yeah, I saw that too. I don't
What
know.
is it? Who launched
This is something
this?
I would ask you because you're the meme king.
I'm not no meme king. I'm just like, I don't know what this is. I bought JJ a couple of days ago, and I'm like, JJ. That's all I can say. But,
all right, I gotta roll. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, guys.
Peace out, guys.